Namaste. My name is Manisha Singh, Assistant Professor in Department of Food and Biotechnology under Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Sciences in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today, I am teaching you subject Food Safety and Quality Evaluation for class DET FPT 6th semester. Okay, so in today's session, we will discuss all about the objectives of food analysis. In previous session, we will discuss all about the introduction of food analysis and quality control. Okay, so let's begin with the topic. Uh, First of all, you before starting this topic, you must know about what is food and what is the requirement of food to the human. Okay, so food is a more basic need of human that of the shelter and clothing, and it provides adequately for the body's growth, maintenance, repair, and reproduction. Okay, so plant and animal origin are the sources of foods that contain the essential nutrient like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Okay, so usually after consumption, food undergoes different metabolic processes that eventually lead to the production of energy and maintenance of life and or stimulation of growth. Okay, so food analysis is basically a process for both the fresh and the processed products. Okay, by the standardized form, and are those most commonly used in the laboratory. These analytical procedures are used to provide information about a wide variety of different characteristics of foods, including their composition, structure, physicochemical properties, phytochemical properties, and the sensory attributes. Okay. So, this information is critical to our rational understanding of the factors that determine the properties of foods as well as to our ability to economically produce foods that are the foods that are consistently safe, nutritious, and desirable, and for consumers to make informed choices about their diet. Okay, so the quality control is the standards which maintain the quality of the food products according to the customer's acceptability, physical, chemical, microbiological, nutritional, so, the quality control is basically the standards which maintain the quality of food products according to the customer's acceptability, physical, chemical, microbiological, nutritional, and the sensory parameters are used for the maintenance of nutritious foods. Okay, so these quality factors depend on the specific characteristics or the attributes such as the sensory properties based on the flavor, color, aroma, taste, texture, and quantitative properties. Okay, so namely percentage of sugar, protein, and the fiber, and so on, as well as hidden attributes such as peroxide value, free fatty acids, enzymes. Okay, so these all comes under the quality control. Okay, it is a quality factor. Okay, although quality attributes are many, quality attributes are many, not all the not yet not all need to be considered at every point in time for every particular product. It is important to always determine how far relatively a factor is related to the total quality of the food product. The quality attribute of a particular product is based on the composition of the food product, expected the deteriorative reactions, packaging used, and composition of the food product, shelf life required, and the type of the consumers. Okay, so The most important element and ultimate goal in the food quality control is protecting the consumer and to ensure that the standardization of these procedures, food laws, and regulations cover the related acts affecting the marketing, production, labeling, and the food additive used. Dietary supplements, enforcement of the good manufacturing practices like GMP, hazard analysis, and critical control point, that is the HACCP, and federal laws and regulations, factory inspection, and import or export inspection. Okay, so what is food quality? Under the food quality, there are the quality parameters. In order to ensure the right quality of the various food products, several parameters are evaluated by the different methods. Okay, so these are the three types. First is physicochemical and rheological parameters. Physicochemical and rheological parameters basically consist the admixture, uh, turbidity, temperature, bulk density, color, crude fiber, fat, or insect infestation. Okay, moisture, oil holding, optical rotation, refraction, starch, swelling, true density, water retention, etc. Under phytochemical testing, or you can say under phytochemical parameters, there are the anthocyanins, antioxidant activity, ascorbic acid, lycopene, total carotenoids, and beta carotene, total phenols, all comes under the phytochemical parameters, for which there is some instrument is required, or maybe some chemicals are required. Instrument mostly the spectrophotometer is used for that. And then next third one is the packaging materials for the quality of the selected food products. So under this packaging material, we are doing the heavy metals test, lacquer, migration test, sulfide stain, tin chromium, and water vapor permeability test. Okay, so what is the benefit of doing the food analysis? So food analyzers are used for the removal of toxic substances from the food products. Okay, so it increases the shelf life of the foods during the storage and deteriorates the quality of the food products. Okay, foods are safe to spoilage and microorganism by the analysis. It improves the quality of the life for people with allergies, diabetics, and other people who cannot consume some common food elements. For example, some celiac patients, which are not digest the gluten. Okay, some lactose intolerant people who are unable to digest the lactose which is present in the milk. Okay, so by the analysis, we will basically make sure that some people who are intolerant to these components cannot consume these food products. Okay, so it also adds extra nutrients such as vitamins as well. Okay, so some instrumental techniques used for the food quality, and these techniques are used for the evaluation of the organoleptic quality of the food products. Different types of instruments are used for the analysis of the food products. For example, gas chromatography, spectrophotometer, electric nose, and so on. Okay, so these are the food quality uh, instruments which are used to determine the food quality. Then we have the drawbacks of the food quality. Basically, to affect its nutritional density, the amount of nutrient loss depending upon the food and method of processing. By the heat treatment, vitamin C is destroyed, and fresh fruit juices have higher content of vitamin C than the processed fruit juice. Large mixing and grinding, chopping, and emulsifying equipment inherently introduce a number of contamination risks, and large food processor will utilize many heavy metals within the processing stream. Metals may be dangerous for the human cells. Okay, so this is the these are the disadvantages of the food analysis. And now we have what are the reasons for doing the analysis of the foods. So foods are analyzed by the scientists working in all the major sectors of the food industry, including the food manufacturers, ingredient suppliers, analytical service laboratories, government laboratories, and university research laboratories. Okay, so we have the government regulations and recommendation for the food analysis. The government has basically designed and recommended regulations to maintain the quality of the food products, which ensure the food companies to supply safe and wholesome food to the consumers and inform the consumers about the nutritional composition of the food, enable fair competition among the food companies, and to eliminate the economic fraud. Okay, so there are various government departments responsible for the regulation of the composition and quality of the food, such as US FDA, that is US Food and Drug Administration, and the US Department of Agriculture, or you can say United States Department of Agriculture. In short, it is known as USDA, and the National Marine Fisheries Service, NMFS, and Environmental Protection Agencies, also known as EPA. Okay, so each of these agencies regulates a particular sector of food industry and also publishes the documents that contain detailed information about the regulations and recommendations. And these documents can be purchased from the government or can be obtained online from the website. Okay. In this, we will also discuss about the food safety. So food safety is harmful for the consumers. It is harmful for the consumers to consume the unsafe food. Okay, so a food may be considered unsafe when it contains some harmful microorganisms, for example listeria, salmonella, some toxic chemicals, for example pesticides, insecticides, or herbicides, or extraneous matter, which may be some piece of glass, wood, metal, insect matter. Okay, so therefore food manufacturers should take all the preventive measures to eliminate these harmful substances from the food. Government laboratories use analytical techniques to analyze the food and detect toxic substances, and also to ensure that the food is safe for the consumers. So this is all about the food safety. Okay, then we have the quality control. Okay, to make the high profit and market share, food manufacturers are continuously trying to have products of higher quality, which is less expensive than to the other competitive uh, products. Okay, so analytical techniques to analyze the food are required to meet these standards during and after manufacturing of the food products. Okay, so in a food factory, one starts with a number of different raw materials, processes them in a certain manner, for example, heat, cool, mix, dry, packages them for consumption, and then stores them. And the food is then transported to a warehouse or retailer where it is sold for consumption. And the important concern of the food manufacturer is to produce a final product that has all acceptable properties such as appearance, flavor, texture, and the shelf life. When we purchase a product, we expect it to have some properties whenever we buy it. However, the raw materials for manufacturing of product vary from time to time, which can cause the properties of the final product to vary. Often it is an unpredictable way. First, they have to understand that the different food ingredients having and processing operations are important in determining the final properties of the food so that they can be controlled during the manufacturing process of the final product. And this type of information can be established through the research and development work. And second, they can monitor the properties of the foods during the production to ensure that they are meeting the specified requirements. And if a problem is detected during the production process, appropriate actions can be taken to maintain the final product quality. Okay, so from this session, various questions may be asked in your final exams. For example, what are the different types of parameters used for quality control? Then you have to tell about the phytochemical parameters and physical and chemical parameters and the packaging parameters. Okay, so you have to tell about that in your answer sheet. Okay, you have to write about that. And also, what is the need of food analysis and quality control? What is the reason we doing the food analysis of the food product? Okay, likewise question may be asked in your final exams. Okay, and in your entrance exams, question may be asked like which disease uh, which disease is known as also known as a gluten intolerant disease. Okay, so the answer is the celiac, or uh, the people who do not digest the gluten. Then which disease maybe it is. Okay, so likewise questions may be asked in your final exams, and so prepare accordingly. I hope this session is clear to all. Thank you so much for watching this session.